Hello everyone, and welcome to the live risk identification dashboard demonstration, which you'll have access to as part of Soteria120 services. So the first thing I want to bring your attention to is the user roster in the lower half of the screen. Here you'll see a list of your employees, their names, emails, when they were hired, and their risk scores. Their initial risk score is calculated based on their behavior on our learning application. The score multiplier is lower for users who have worked at your company longer, so that their final risk score ends up being lower, because this final risk score is just the multiplication of these two numbers. If you want to look at your data by initial risk score instead, you can do so simply by clicking on the initial risk score column, and now we have the data sorted by initial risk score instead. We also see down here we have the averages for each column listed below in bold. In the upper section of your screen, you'll see average risk scores broken down by topic, module, and over time. If you, for instance, would only like to see data that is recent, say for the last month, then you will click that time domain that you want to look at in the time section here. So I selected May and April, and this will give me data just from those 2 months. You also see that when you select a certain time frame, you see how your data has changed most recently. So if we have the entire data set, we saw that women's shoes had an average risk score across all employees of about 0.20. But if we select May, we can see that that's actually gone down quite substantially recently to 0.13. We can also select topics and modules if we just want to isolate our data to particular modules and topics. If we want to do this by selecting multiple topics, then just hold down the control key when you click on items on this dashboard. Otherwise, what will happen is you'll just be selecting them individually. I want to also draw your attention to the fact that the entire dashboard changes when you select a topic. The employees in the lower half of the screen will be different, and the data for risk score over time and by module will also change because we're isolating the data to just that which is coming from this specific topic. That concludes the demonstration of the Soteria120 Risk Identification Dashboard.